Shalom Garden family. I'm actually in the Westside garden. So this is the garden before I go behind my gate here. And I just wanted you to see some of the succulents that are growing here. The interesting succulent plants here. Yes, I moved this table. I do have what looks like dragon fruit, but I'm not really sure. And these little cactuses here, they came to me so little and they just started growing up real tall, and I put something in there that's propagating as well. Look, they have these interesting little tendrils on them that don't actually grow the thorns, but the thorns are still up there in them. So you got to be careful with these little thingies here. So anyway, that's that. This is the night jasmine. This is the night jasmine. I planted her. She's been transplanted once. I planted her probably about 3-4 years ago as well. And at night, when she blooms, and she did bloom for us once this year, this is what the bloomation usually looks like. She'll have some white blooms on them, and they just smell glorious. I thought I was going to have a problem with it. That's why I moved it away from the house directly and put it out here. And this is the Spanish thyme. This is something I foraged. I found this the other day. I found a bunch of these. I found a bag of charcoal for me to make some activated charcoal with. I found a lot of chicken wire. We also, we got these bricks. We just go around, we forage, and we find these things, and these things are going to really come in handy. This is the Spanish thyme. She's so beautiful, and she smells so good. She has a velvety texture. I don't know if you can tell. And underneath has this really interesting pattern underneath it. But this thyme is so delicious. She goes in all my smoothies. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, that thyme goes in all my smoothies along with the mint that I'm going to show you that's growing out of the side of the house. This right here is some pomegranate. We've had this tree now for about 3-4 years as well. And she's got a couple of pomegranates on her. She's in a pot. We want to take her out of this pot and put her in a bigger pot, but I honestly don't believe there's a bigger pot than this. I do want to take her out of the clay pot and put her in a plastic pot. How about that? If people don't realize or know, you may or may not know that terracotta or clay drinks up more of the water than the plant actually gets. And so you're basically just watering the pot most of the time. And I'm tired of doing that because she should be much more bigger, more hardier, and give us more fruit. So my plan is, which is going to be a real tedious project because it has a lot of thorns in this plant, that I'm going to have to transplant her out of this pot into a wooden pot. Excuse me, a plastic pot. So that requires me to lay this plant down. I don't know how I'm going to actually get it out of there because I can't smash how you can take a plastic pot, and you can smash the sides to get it loose. I don't know what I'm going to do to get this out of here. I might just leave it where it is because I don't have another choice, or I couldn't even, so I don't know what we're going to do with this plant, but be careful when you're planting in terracotta or clay pots, because with these clay pots, you can end up feeding the pots as opposed to what it is that you really want to be feeding, okay? What else do I want to show you? Oh, here's the mint. The mint is growing on the side of the house. I had her growing behind the door, and I had to take it up because, mint is very evasive. It'll take over everything if you give it the opportunity. And so she decided to grow out here. And so, with that being said, I come out here and I harvest my mint. I call it wild mint because mint is a wild plant. And every year she comes back, and this year she's been the most hardiest, so I've been able to harvest that too and put those in my smoothies as well. Okay. Now for the inside west part of the garden. I had to put this little shade netting up for my watermelon because the watermelon wasn't happy with all that sun. So that's one of the watermelons. Only a few of them made it. There's another one back there. I think there's some peppers in there with it. This is the cantaloupe. I'm gonna have to end up. It's 5 cantaloupe in there. I don't know if I'm gonna wait and see who wins out or what. But it's in a container, so I don't know how well the cantaloupe are going to thrive in a container. And I have another watermelon here, another watermelon here. And these are the beefsteak tomatoes up under here, beefsteak, and then the Romas back there in the background. And these are the potatoes. Now these potatoes were just some russet potatoes. Oh, excuse me, with some russet potatoes that were, growing eyes, and I decided to just bring them on out here. The sage is looking good. Back that up for you. There's the sage, and I love this plant right here. She's getting kind of tall. I cut her down during the fall season, and she's back again, just doing whatever it is that she wants to do. The hummingbirds over here yelling at me because I'm over here by the water. So if I'm over here by the water, they think I'm going to take their water. Again, here's the Roma. As you can see, the Romas are full. The Romas are full. There's tomatoes everywhere on this plant. Everywhere. So we're definitely going to have a pretty decent Roma tomato harvest. Oh, I see one. Here you go. We got to get it before the bugs do. See that? Got to get it before they do. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm always going to my neighborhood grocery store for Roma tomatoes, and to see all these on this tree like this. What is this? Is this a peach? How did a peach get over here? I have no idea. But look at all these tomatoes down here. Oh my goodness, they're everywhere. They say you're supposed to take your tomatoes off when they start getting color and let them finish off inside. And I can see why. Oh my goodness, this tomato plant is full of tomatoes. So pretty soon we'll be seeing a whole bunch of red. This is my compost bin. Believe it or not, I have a bunch of stuff that needs to go in here, but I'll just let you see what it looks like for now. I don't have anything growing in there. I do have some worms in there that I know I put in there, which is actually all that I see. These cabbage never did come into fruition. Those are my Savoy cabbage, which I love the leaves on them, so I could eat those. Harvested the one squash that was on here. Again, I did on my website, I put up a blog about squash and how this squash here basically has a double negative on it. The first negative is that it's in a container. The second negative is that it's in a terracotta or clay pot. Those are the double negatives. I think that these need to definitely be in the ground or in a plastic pot. This is a plant that we had in the house. She had gone green over her time span now, and then she just started blooming. And look at how big she gets. So she's a growing plant. Looks like she's a plant that I can actually put on a trellis. But she's so pretty, and all her blooms, she's bloomed everywhere. I'm going to slow turn you around. There's the grapes, the peach, and the limes. Oh, the lemons, the Meyer lemons are getting huge over there. I don't know if you can see them from here, but let me see if I can give you a quick look. You see those lemons? You see them lemons? All praises to Yah. All praises. I'm going to look over there in them grapes too, because I wouldn't be surprised if them grapes is about to give us some grapes over there. So one day I'll go looking through there and see what she's doing. She's trying to take over the yard too, but come over here and look at the jalapeno. Look at the jalapeno. You see that? She red. So if you leave a jalapeno on the vine, they will turn red, just so you know. These are the Cayenne Peppers here. Waiting on these to turn red. There's some more here. Waiting on them to turn red. There's another one. So yeah, oh, there's a whole bunch here. If you can see, they're just all looping together here, all pretty. Yeah, so that's what it's looking like over on this side of the garden. It's a little cluttered back here, but it's cluttered with vegetation, and so that's the good part, you know. It's not cluttered with junk. It's cluttered with vegetation. Oh, and let me talk to you about my beautiful pomegranate that we discussed in the last video. I told you I've had her for 4 years. She's a volunteer. Miss Donna threw a seed in the dirt, and it grew like this. Now, finally, look what we have. Look what we have. But we have them all on one bunch, which I don't understand. So there's, maybe it's a boy and a girl, boys and girls, and the boys are gone. Yeah, so to see the males, you have 2 males and 2 females here. You can see the difference in what they look. You can totally see the difference, right? So the 2 male are going to pollinate the females, and we will have 2 pomegranates. How beautiful is that? All praises to y'all. We've been waiting on this plant to do something to see if it was really going to be viable, and lo and behold, the Most High said she will. And the funny part about that was that I had prophesied about it the day before, and I told Donna, I said, you know, believe it or not, one day we're going to look up at this tree and she's going to be full of fruit. And then the very next day, we saw those. It was amazing. Let me move this. There's this over here. This shouldn't even be here. Okay. And yeah, so that's what we're looking like over here. And here's the grapes. I don't see any grapes as of yet. But give her some time. I'm telling you, I know she's going to shoot them off. And look at this trellis right here was for the cucumbers. And I'm finding out that cucumbers don't like a lot of water. So I'm trying to be slow on the watering of this one right here since she's starting to do her thing again. But the grapes have found the trellis. And they're using it. All right. So that's going to be the end of this video. Thank you again for coming and laboring in this vineyard with me on today. I hope that everyone is having a grand garden seasoning, which I believe they are, because I'm witnessing everybody's beautiful videos. And everybody is growing some beautiful things, and the Most High is taking care of us the way He said He would. And we're ever so grateful. This is, I told you, this is the makeshift shower water drip irrigation that we have. It's something we came up with. Something we came up with. I purchased me a pitchfork for my compost. And I like the way it works. It does much better than just using my hands trying to do something. Anyway, I'm rambling on. So thanks again for coming to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want. And remember to always, always, always do your best. Be blessed. And grow something. Even if it's just a perennial plant. All praises to the Most High.